Everyone knows that the core is one of the basic and fundamental parts of a Titan. I mean, it is so important that in some cases, it is used to determine how strong the Titans truly are when compared to the others. But did you know that there are 3 different core types in the Skibidi fandom? Well, in this video, we'll explain each and every type of core in the verse, as we rank the most powerful amongst them. And just for a small heads up, this ranking would be based on how useful and efficient it is to the user, and not on the overall strength of the user. And with that out of the way, let's begin. The position of 10th place is the Camera Titan's Flame Core. This core unleashes a constant amount of flame energy to burn down its victims. And not only is its flame so destructive that it could burn down even large opponents, it also covers a wide range. Also, just like I said at the start of this video, there are 3 core types in the fandom. However, since they are not officially named, let's just classify them in an understandable way for now. We'll name the first one the Constant Core, the other the Instant Core, and the final one the Special Core. But why these names? Well, you'll find out in a little bit, especially the Special Rated Core, which in truth is really something else. But let's get back to the video. As we recently just explained about this core, it requires a constant release to take effects, which places it in the Constant Core category. However, this is also kind of a drawback, since there are others that would have the same or even greater results but in a shorter amount of time. Plus, based on its intensity, it takes a huge amount of energy, which is not the best for its user. But do you know what would be great for you as a user? Subscribing to the channel. We are almost at the landmark of 20K, and you are the only ones left. So, give it a go and let's hit our goal. Anyways, at number 9 is Dom's Speaker Titan's Core. Not much has to be said about this core since we've only seen it used once. However, the output is just crazy, and unlike the previous one, this one requires only 1 blast to give even greater results. As if we compare these based on the Multiverse's verse, it should be at least equal or half of what the Prime Camera Titan would do. And you know that it is no joke. So, for now, 9th place. At 8th, however, is G-Man's Core Blast. As we know, Jimmy's Core Blast features lasers, and not only that, it also helps him power his other laser guns as well, which you should know what category it falls into. However, that's not truly the case, as G-Man's core also possesses some traits of the Special Core category. As we can see, he has a variety of balls that are capable of doing different stuff, with one of them being that he could take over a person's body and make them attack themselves. But it does come with the fact that the receiver has to absorb it for it to have an effect. And the other one releases a massive amount of energy, as we can see that the TV tried to contain it a little by absorbing it. However, I do believe that Jimmy still has other things up his sleeve, and we would see that in the future. Number 7. The Emperor's Core. This core grants the user the option to constantly release energy beams. Yeah, it's like the others. However, its intensity is no joke as it can casually destroy multiple large buildings at the same time. Yeah, this guy said scrap the rules. I'll give constantly and more effectively as well. What I'm saying is that he excels in these 2 categories, but not in the best way possible. But seriously, this guy's output is massive, and the damage it causes is just too much. But when compared to the others above him, well, all I would say is that not everything requires strength. Plus, another thing I want to point out is in the Skibidi Wars series, it is very difficult to scale the exact volume of their powers since everything pretty much causes a huge explosion, leading to some characters being absent in this list. So for now, the Emperor's Core takes 7th place. Number 6. Dom's Titan Cameraman's Core. I know you all were expecting this to happen because in truth, this guy's core power output is surely incredible. He can use the constant release option. That is even more powerful than the Flame Core, as well as the one-shot version it does by powering up this arm cannon to release a really destructive energy that can wipe out a huge area of the ground. So in reality, his core possesses traits from both the Constant Core and the Instant Core. However, this comes with a price as well, as we saw that the more he uses his energy, the less effective it gets. And yeah, I know that's what happens to everyone, but still it is too noticeable when it comes to the Camera Titans. I don't know if it's related to anything or something, but still, it is a fact. But no matter if he runs out of energy or not, this core power doesn't come close to the next one, the Drill Titan's Core. This core is capable of absorbing energy from a piece of technology and transforming it into his own, which he then uses to spit out fire from his mouth. thus placing it in the constant core category, plus an extra ability. However, there is one important detail to look at if we assume that the TV Titan didn't add his own energy when giving the blast of the Drill Titan. It is sad to say that his output is equal or even greater than the TV Titan's, as we saw that it put the Drill Titan in his place after it was redirected back to him. But of course, this is an assumption, as again, we can see that the energy he gave back has purple color on it, so it is highly possible that he gave it back with the addition to his own power. Number 4. As a core that powers the daddy of the show, the TV's core is one that is truly powerful. Not only does it hold a plethora of abilities like absorbs and drains energy, and I said drain as it forcefully takes others as well, as we saw from the fake G-Man in episode 68. It could also give energy, which is a very rare skill. We saw that with only a few doses, the Speaker Titan went all rampage mode. It also has attributes from 2 core types. As we saw, he can constantly release and shoot in one blast as well. Let's not also forget I included the one from the multiverse as well to make it rank this high. Number 3. The Tri-Titan Core. More specifically, the TV screen core. Now, after asking you guys, you said that this isn't the true, or rather, most powerful version of his core. But still, I find this one more interesting, as the other one is basically just like the regular core, but holds massive energy. Unless, maybe you include the one after his hibernation and awakening. However, the TV core falls under the special category. It basically works like the TV Menray, but in a much more intense and massive way. And I'm not really sure on what exact type of ray this is, or how it works, but it's quite similar to that of the orange ray that burns down its opponents. And with its rage, it is very difficult to evade it, making it one of, if not the most, deadliest core on this list. But again, you guys could tell me more about the most powerful core of the Tri-Titan in the comments. I would really appreciate that. However, coming up next is the Copy Core. As you might have deduced from the name, you could tell that the basics of this core are broken. It helps the user, which is the Counter Titan, to copy any scene weapon of his opponents, as well as possessing the ability as well. This is surprising, but still, seeing that it could absorb the teleportation smoke of the TV Titan, which is a skill done by the TV race, I kinda think Domstudio is going somewhere with this copy ability. And as you already know, this is ranked as a special core, and maybe you could include the instant core attribute as well if you take the Counter Titan's attack into consideration. However, at number 1 is the Clock Titan's core. Now, this might come as a surprise since, again, we haven't even seen this in action, right? Well, I don't think so, as after looking into it, the core of the Clock Titan is what grants him his immense energy that helps him perform all his feats. I could even go as far as to say this is even his life source, as we saw that he just instantly shut down when his core was destroyed, which wasn't the case when the same thing happened to the Drill Titan. What I'm saying is that although the Clock Titan's core doesn't shoot out blasts or energy beams like the others, it is still miles away from the others. As we can notice, all of his shown feats of the Clock Titan are due to the amount of energy that it holds. As showcased, when the Clock Titan was still at base, he couldn't hold much time due to the energy reserve difference between him and his opponents. But now he can even hold 3 Titans plus a wide area of the surrounding for a very long time, proving that it is arguably even more than multiple Titans combined. Like I said, this ranking isn't based on how strong the Titans are, but on how proficient it is or can be. Hence, the core of Titan Clock is truly dubbed the number 1. However, check out this video to see me create the strongest character to ever live in the Skibidi toilet. Go on, check it out.